Good day, grade 8. I am Mrs. van der Walt and I will be teaching you maths for the unforeseen future. I'm going to start with numeric and geometrical patterns. I am aware that there's schools that's already passed this. For those kids, this will be revision. And then for the ones who haven't done this yet, hope this will be of assistance. A pattern. A pattern is an arrangement of shapes, numbers or objects formed according to a rule. A number pattern specifically is then a sequence or a list of numbers that is formed according to a rule. If we look at a pattern, a number pattern, in our example 3, 5, 7 and 9, we can describe this in words. You start with 3. If I add 2, I get to 5. If I add 2 to 5, I get 7. And if I add 2 to 7, I get 9. You can then continue in this manner to do the rest of the numbers in the pattern. Each number in a row is called a term. The first term is 3, the second term is 5, and the third term is 7, and so forth. You can write it like this. T1 is then equal to 3, T for term, 2 is equal to 5, T3 is equal to 7, T4 is equal to 9. Okay, let's look a bit further. Okay, if we look at say term 2, which is equal to 5, this small 2, the T stands for term, the small 2, this represents the position in the row. Later on you'll see that will be n if we don't know what the position is. And then the 5 is the value of the second term in the row. You can also write it like this. Term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one I took up to 7. Term 7. 3, 5, 7, 9. Plus 2, 11. Plus 2, 13. Plus 2, 15. So the constant difference between the terms is 2. Then we can ask you questions regarding this row. What will be the sixth term in this row? If you look at term 6, we see it's 13. The sixth term is 13. The position of 13 is the 6th in the row. If I want to know, for instance, 15, what is 15? 15 lies in the 7th position. So term 7 is 15. Let's do an example. Let's look at 6, 2, minus 2, minus 6. First of all, the teacher will ask you to write it in words. So then you start with a 6 and you say, how did I get from 6 to 2? I subtracted 4. And then from 2 to minus 2, I subtract 4 again. And from minus 2 to minus 6, I subtract 4 again. So this, in words, it will then be start with 6, subtract 4 to get the 2, subtract 4 from the 2, then you get the negative 2, and subtract another 4 from the negative 2, that will give you negative 6. So the constant difference between these numbers is negative 4. They can also ask you to complete the pattern for a certain number of terms. In this case, let's say another 4 terms. So I've ended with 6. If I subtract minus 4 from minus 6, I get negative 10. Minus 4, negative 14. Minus 4, negative 18. And minus 4, negative 22. So that will then be the next 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. And it can continue in that manner. They can ask you which terms lies in which position. What is the 7th term? So if I look at term 7, the term is minus 18. The value of the term is minus 18. Then they can also ask which term in the row is minus 30. Now I'm only up to minus 22 and the question asks minus 30. So I need to complete this row until I reach minus 30. Okay, you are going to continue to subtract minus 4 until you reach minus 30. So if I have minus 22, subtract another 4, I get minus 26, and another 4 is minus 30. Then I still have term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then term 10 is minus 30 then. So then your answer will be minus 30 is the 10th term in the row. And you can say T10 is equal to minus 30. If I want to determine the 12th term, I need to do 2 more. So it's minus 30 minus another 4 is minus 34, minus another 4 is minus 38. So the 12th term is minus 38. T12 is equal to negative 38. Okay, let's look at these examples. You can do them for homework or for practice work. And then after tomorrow's lesson, I will give the answers to this exercise. And then you can mark it on your own. There's number 1, number 2, A and B, and then I made a note here at the bottom. Instead of playing mindless games on your phone or your device, whatever device you're using, Sudoku is a very nice game to play, which also works with number patterns. And then there's rules you need to follow to complete that. I promise you, if you understand it and you get the hang of it, it's addictive and it's very good for brain exercise. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.